Thank you, Ben, for speaking to PrintPack today. Ben Gossage is the Sales and Marketing Director at Canon Central and North Africa. So thank you, Ben, once again for speaking to us today.
Pleasure, Chris. Good to be here, good to be talking to you, and good to be associated with PrintPack.
Thank you. So we'll start with a brief about the growth in the digital print industry. How has that been over the past year?
First of all, it's been a very interesting year, you can imagine. It's been challenging across the world. In Africa specifically, it's been a slightly different dynamic because the pandemic for sure is still there. Still here. And the reason it's still here is because there was a bit of a lag in terms of infections and I suppose more importantly, the discovery of infections in each country. So we had from east to west, from north to south, we had different levels of lockdowns. Even now we have different levels of lockdowns, and unfortunately we have a very low rate of vaccinations across the continent. However, the fantastic thing in Africa is that Africa is full of young, vibrant, intelligent, growing workforce, people that are looking for new opportunities to do new things. And that ties in really nicely with digital. As we all know, digital is ideal for short runs. It's a digital print is as good as the operator or the designer at the back end who's feeding something to it. So due to that, if you were to ask me 12 months ago exactly how are things, things weren't so good. Obviously, we were sort of in the depths of the pandemic. Now, the pandemic is still here, but we're seeing some good things. There's lots of new installations going on in Africa. There's lots of new applications. We're working with all sorts of people in the graphic communication fields, from packaging to architecture to photography to you name it. So yeah, touch wood, things are good.
Okay, when we look at the difference between offset and digital, there's always like a discussion whether offset is growing, whether digital is growing. And over the past year, we've seen that digital has grown a lot with short print run, like you mentioned. Many people going in for short print run and digital because of the cost savings, for example. Do you see those kind of requirements increasing these days? And do you think offset still has a chance to compete with digital print and short run requirements?
Yeah, I do. The pandemic has definitely accelerated. Apologies, I've got a dog that's come into the room. The pandemic for sure has accelerated the move from longer runs to shorter runs. Now, first of all, let me say that the lithographic print industry, the cornerstone of print, led by the likes of Heidelberg and KBA, are fantastic manufacturers. It's fantastic technology. However, before the pandemic, there was pressure on runs becoming shorter. And the big vendors that I've just mentioned are addressing different ways of managing this. But what that means fundamentally is that people were printing lesser runs because storage is cheaper, because you want more one-on-one personalized marketing, which is more suited to the likes of digital, which can print a run of one. And the run of one can be the same as a run of 10 in terms of quality, in terms of setup, but also in terms of price. Now, the pandemic adding on top of this, what it has done is it has made people even more conscious to spend money, perfectly understandably. Are you going to invest in something in the future which you're not too certain what's going to happen? That could be a lengthy print run of 10,000 business cards. Maybe it's safer to print 1,000 because you're not sure who's going to be in the business, who's going to be in the office, who can come in to physically pick those business cards up. Or it could be the investment in itself. Investing in the large offset presses are hugely more expensive than a digital press. So yeah, it's it's one of the things for sure that has helped our industry.
Okay, in terms of trade shows, we've seen a lot of trade shows now opening up. We have on-ground events now compared to the virtual events that we had a year earlier. And many companies are now looking forward to bigger events like Expo 2020, for example, which is happening in UAE. We have the World Cup coming up as well in Qatar. A lot of things happening in various markets as well. What does this mean for the larger printing, packaging, and signage industries, in your opinion?
Yeah, look, it's only good news. I mean, for instance, going back to the difference across the continent, in November, December, we partnered with our partner in Egypt, and we're at the ICT conference in Cairo, which is a very prestigious conference, which is happening again this year. Very recently, we again partnered with a couple of organizations to run some events over in Nigeria, and that's happening more and more. We're at Arab Health with some of our wide format technology, which is pretty unique in terms of printing X-rays and MRI scans at Arab Health in Dubai. And of course, all of these events, although they're run beautifully these days with social distancing and wearing masks, the one thing that has not changed is the signage, is the packaging, is the boxes, are the takeaways, is the branding. And so it's great to see this back. Will this be replaced by online? Well, no, it won't, because fundamentally, if you're in a World Trade Center somewhere in the world and there is a stand, someone's going to have to print something for it. So call me old-fashioned, but yeah, it was great to see, and long may it continue.
Okay. During the pandemic, we've seen a lot of companies experimenting with various digital technologies like AR, VR, interactive print, because obviously touch was something that kept people back from picking up a brochure or a printed newspaper or magazine. So according to you, what has been the uptake of these digital options available to print so far? And do you think it'll work on a larger run, on a larger scale?
Yeah, I do. I mean, again, the pandemic is, terrible for all sorts of reasons, and we're not here to discuss this. However, again, it has accelerated that move to what we call sort of a hybrid digital world. So a good example would be typically if you're going for a coffee or a drink or some food, we've all got used to the hard plastic container sat on the table with a QR code. And with that QR code, you can get your mobile phone out, scan the code, and up comes a menu, and you can make your selection from your own handset. Now, what that has done is the adoption of this simple technology, if you like, and this simple workflow has meant that people are used to this now. The end users, the customers, people on the streets know how to do this. So now bringing this into the world of print, the QR code has become very common. And once you have that code, you can expand on this and you can get into AR, for instance, which is fantastic, although the adaptation yet in Africa is quite low, to be honest, but it comes from the beginning, and QR is a big part of that. And so another good example is that some of our technology, we've been very successful in printing a lot of signage and warning, caution signage around the pandemic. So asking, big round stickers on the floor, asking people to separate from 1 meter to 2 meters, hanging signage from the ceilings, reminding people to wear masks, all these sort of things. Now, the evolution of these is that on there are QR codes very often. These QR codes, just like when you're getting your coffee in a coffee shop or a cafe, you can scan the QR code and it will give you a bit more information. And that information, again, is up to the brains of the people, which is why Africa is such a good market for us with the young workforce, because what you decide to put there, well, naturally, with the signage that we have for coronavirus, it's just an update on maybe cases or how to keep yourself safe or remember to sanitize, these sorts of things. But again, print is as good as what you unleash it with the brains behind it, with the designers.
Okay, that's fantastic. One of the areas where Canon is at the forefront in terms of technologies is the textile industry. How has that grown over the past year?
Yeah, it's very good. Again, particularly in Africa, Africa's a growth market, so lots of things are growing. Very much so, we are growing. We have competition. Of course, there are manufacturers that deal specifically in textiles. However, some of our technology, which we've developed ourselves for sure, but we've taken from our other lines of business, means that we've got incredibly versatile print engines, and these print engines are able to print on all sorts of leather jackets, dresses, different fabrics that you see. Us and our partners have been very successful recently in running some fashion shows to highlight this. And again, we've got a couple of plans, which hopefully next time we talk, Chris, I can announce one of them. We've got another very large fashion show coming up shortly. Quite a large, in fact, a very large, maybe the world's largest event coming up, which will showcase exactly everything that we do. So Yeah, another real area of growth. It's good to see. And the future, of course, would maybe be beyond printing on textiles. The future for the likes of Canon could be printing textiles. We've all heard about 3D printing, and it's now here. Once we commercialize this properly, I'm sure the industry will grow even further.
In terms of inkjet technology, that's been a major focus for Canon, compared to a big brand which actually recently walked away from the office, solutions, portfolio. What kind of focus do you have in terms of inkjet, and what kind of promises does it bring to the table when it comes to larger audiences like printing presses and digital service providers?
Yeah, look, inkjet is a big play of ours. So if you're involved, not necessarily in packaging or the graphic arts, but if you know Canon, and hopefully lots of people are watching, have a desktop printer, maybe a black desktop, what we call a G series inkjet printer, they're fantastic. And that is the cornerstone, if you like, of our technology, because it's inkjet. Inkjet is a very, very simple, low-cost technology, which gives you fantastic results. So taking that technology and putting it over our larger wide format devices, inkjet, then moving into UV gel, and then moving up the product portfolio to our large continuous feed production inkjet presses, is absolutely where we're going in the future. The great thing with inkjet is that the cost continues to come down and the quality continues to improve. So with those two pressures, if you like, you can only see that inkjet is going to get better and better and to be far more prevalent. So yeah, very excited about the future for inkjet.
Thank you, Ben, for speaking to Printpack. It was nice having you with us today, and we look forward to speaking to you in the future as well.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you, Chris.